Hey, hi guys. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the first day of the demo for the vulnerability assessment and penetration testing. Uh, I hope everyone able to hear me and able to see my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Um, yeah, guys. So first, let's start with my introduction. Okay, let me explain who I am, and then let's understand the course structure, like what we are going to cover in this course and what you guys can expect, okay, from this course. Some of the other things like course objective, okay, how I am going to take you through this entire course, okay. Then probably we can start discussing about the other topics. So, yeah, myself, Sai, I have a total 7 years of experience into the information security domain. Currently, I'm working as a senior consultant for one of the MNC. So, my expertise into vulnerability assessment and penetration testing. I am the SME for the entire vulnerability management program, and I also deal with penetration testing. So like I know the network penetration testing, web, API, mobile, and here are the couple of some of the certifications which I have completed. Okay, so I'm certified ethical hacker. I've completed the web application penetration testing from the security tube and API penetration testing and Microsoft Azure security technologies like AZ500. And I am also certified EC Council instructor. Hope you know EC Council. EC Council is the one of the governance for giving all the cybersecurity related certifications, right? Yeah, this is all about me, and I am in trainings like from last 6 years, I can say. So this is like my kind of a habit. Yeah, I love to take this training whenever I'm free, right? So this is all about me, guys. Now let's jump into the course structure, right? So we have actually divided this course into four different parts. Okay, so the where we are going to cover prerequisites. Okay, that is the first part. Okay, we will make you comfortable over here to learn the other areas, right? So for every course, there are certain things we need to first learn. So when it comes to this VAPT course or get into information security or cyber security, first of all we should know a few things like networking, how to use the Linux operating system, some of the basic terminologies and all, right? So in this prerequisite part, I'll be first explaining you the course, introduction, and then objective. Then I'll cover the fundamental terminologies, required you to understand, the other modules or other things, and then basic networking skills and Linux. Okay, how to use the Linux, how to navigate. Okay, the basic commands of the Linux, and then the lab setup. So this is the first part where we are covering the prerequisites. Then I'll be explaining you the penetration testing methodology, right? So what is penetration testing? Okay, what are the different steps which are involved in it, right? Starting from the scoping and until reporting. So we'll cover in a very detailed way. Okay, what is pen testing? Different types of a penetration testing, which one to choose at. Okay, then of course the methodologies what we have like LPT methodology or OASP top 10 methodology. So here I'll make you comfortable to understand about these methodologies. Then after that we are going to apply this same methodologies for the network. So I mean the main focus over here is covering network penetration, network vulnerability assessment and penetration testing, and web application vulnerability and penetration testing. Okay, so these are the some of the primary skills I can say you can expect, guys. Right? First, like you will understand how the corporate network will look like. Okay, with some examples. Then we use for VA we use two different ways. Okay, we will here understand the attacker's mindset first. Okay, like as an external attacker who is sitting outside the organization is trying to exploit or identify the vulnerabilities. Okay, how he'll be doing it. Okay, like external vulnerability assessment and penetration testing with all the manual tools and techniques. And in the same way, we are also going to use the corporate tools over here, like Nessus and Qualys, to automate this vulnerability assessment process. And we use the, for exploitation purpose, we use the Metasploit over here, right? Who are new to all these terminologies, um, just be patient. We'll be discussing in a more detailed way. Okay, because I have designed this course in such a way that even a person who is not having any knowledge about this course, you will be able to understand this. But I'm just trying to give you here the high level uh, you know structure, right? And then similarly, application penetration testing, right? So web application vulnerability assessment scans with Burp Suite, and also using the same tools for identifying the vulnerabilities and exploiting them in a manual way, like a hacker, right? So this is how I have designed this entire course structure, guys. So going forward, we are also going to follow the same thing. Okay, first we'll cover the prerequisites, then we'll get into the penetration. First, we'll understand the penetration testing methodology. Then we are going to apply the same penetration testing methodology for the network and the web application, right? So this is a course structure, right? So I think you would have received the course content, okay, from the Harsha's team. Okay, I hope you have gone through it, right? If not, I can also take you through the entire course content once in a detailed way. But I hope you would have received the PDF file, right? You can go through it, and if you have any questions, you can let me know, right? And what is the course objective, right? Once you complete this course, okay, you will be able to understand what is the vulnerability assessment and penetration testing. How do we apply this in the real time? Okay, and you will be able to identify and exploit common network and web application vulnerabilities and help the organization to reduce the risk. Okay, and you will have the hands-on practical knowledge from this session, because I am going to cover everything, okay, by setting up our own local lab, like where we'll be having the Linux operating system as an attacker system, and I'll be installing the couple of other operating systems like Windows or vulnerable machines, okay, to attack on them, right? So you will have the hands-on experience with industry standard tools and techniques. Okay, you can directly use this tools and techniques, to use it in your organization. And then at the end, we will also discuss about the report creation part. Identifying the issues is fine, but how do you convey those vulnerabilities to the respective team is with the help of the reports itself, right? When someone is giving you a penetration testing project or a vulnerability assessment project, okay, when you're dealing with it, what they expect from us is basically the list of vulnerabilities in a good representation in the form of a reports. So I am also gonna help you to how to create a reports for, okay, reports for it. And then you will be able to directly apply these skills in the real world scenario, right? If you have these skills acquired, you will be more confident. If you're already working in the organization, you can enhance your skills, right? Or if you are like fresher who wanted to get into it, even that is also fine, guys. Okay, you can learn all these skills and you will have that confidence to speak with an interviewer, and you can explain what skills you have. Okay, or if someone is already in a different field of the IT and when you wanted to move into the information security, okay, so this course is specially designed for all these kind of people, right? This is what you can expect, guys. And why to learn VAPT? Okay, when we have a lot of other courses, right? Maybe if someone wants to become a vulnerability assessor or a penetration tester, they usually, they start with learning basics of maybe, networking. They complete the networking course like CCNA. Then maybe again, they get into CND, CH. Then they comes to the penetration testing. But we have customized this course in a such a way that we are directly teaching you here itself, okay, from the basic to advanced, so that directly you can land up into the penetration testing area. Okay, we have added all the required topics, okay, to become a penetration tester, from the networking perspective, from the ethical hacker perspective. Then directly we are going to apply these skills on the pen testing, right? And why to learn the VAPT? Of course, there is a high demand growing. There are a lot of cyber threats, which are happening, right? Growing cyber threats, the increasing number of cyber attacks has heightened the demand for skilled professionals who can identify and mitigate the vulnerabilities. Okay, here I have added some of the stats to make you understand, okay, why this industry is rapidly growing. Okay, so here we have the cost of a cyber crime is expected to reach, okay, 10.5 trillion annually by 2025, up from the 3 trillion in the 2015, right? So the organizations also thinking about it, and they are also giving the more budget, okay, in terms of hiring the security people who can help them to identify and mitigate the issues. Maybe you could have read about the, or heard about the latest data breach which is recently happened a week back, related to Vazrex, which is a crypto trading platform where all the users' money have been stolen by the cyber criminals, which is I think close to 230 US dollar, I think 230 million US dollars. Okay, it's a huge number, right? So when you wanted to stop such type of an attacks, we need defense in depth, or we need security experts who can help us to secure the entire organization assets. Okay, this is one part. And second thing is compliance requirement. Every organization has to comply with one or the other regulatories depending on where they are doing the business, with what type of a industry they are, right? Suppose if someone is doing the business with the Europe, they have to compliance with GDPR. If someone is dealing with the healthcare related information, they have to compliance with HIPAA. Or similarly, if someone is dealing with credit card or card related information, they have to compliance with PCI DSS, right? So when we have these compliances, so as per the compliance also, they have to perform the penetration testing, every quarterly, half yearly, I mean regular, what we can say, it is like that when they have to compliance with all this regulatory, it is mandatory perform the security assessments to tell them, okay, this is where we stand in the point of a secure as a part of a security thing, right? So, and then digital transmission. If you see, 89% of all the companies have already adopted the digital first business strategy or a plan to do, right? So previously everything used to happen offline. Now, everything is moved to the internet. Okay, whatever you want, right? Suppose let's say when you wanted to begin your day by having a breakfast, you don't need to go to the shop, right? You can just open your some platform like Swiggy or Zomato, and then you can order it. Similarly, when you wanted to transfer the amount to someone, okay, whatnot, okay, all the businesses have moved to this digital platform. So I mean, it is important to secure those applications, network, and the data is become a very critical part, right? So this is these are some of the important things, and why to get into the information security field, or why you want why you need to learn the VAPT. And let's also explore some of the career opportunities and benefits, guys, right? So once you complete this course, you can directly go and apply for penetration testing, ethical hacker, a security analyst or engineer, or vulnerability assessor or security consultant. Okay, these all the some of the job roles you can target, and you can just apply for it. Okay, so okay, so as we have the industry demand, okay, there are over 5,000 unfilled cybersecurity positions in the US alone. Okay, so as per the NASCOM also by 2025, there are, I think, I'm not exactly remembering the number, but it's a big number, guys. Okay, so we need the security professionals in India as well, right? And when it comes to job security, when you have the skills, no need to worry. Okay, there are a lot of vacancies. Okay, so you can expect the zero unemployment rate in the cybersecurity, right? But this is for people who have the right skills, right? So it is not like, okay, we have completed the course, I have the certification, okay, I'll go and get the job. No, even there are companies who hires you in this particular industry without having even the certification. They just check your knowledge in the cybersecurity domain. Okay, if you have that mindset, like, okay, I will also think like a hacker, but I use the same skills to protect the organization. Okay, that's enough. And if you're technically strong, okay, even with less communication skills, when I say less communication skills, of course you should be able to communicate technical things. Okay, don't need very stylish English or things, right? And growth, of course, security job postings have increased by 94% in the last 6 years. Okay, even you can just take this job roles like penetration tester, ethical hacker, security analyst, vulnerability assessor, or security consultant. Just to Google it, guys. Okay, penetration testing openings in India or Hyderabad or Bangalore, and check the number. You will get the real number from the various platforms. Okay, like Naukri, LinkedIn, okay, Monster, right? You will get to know the actual number. Okay, you will get to know whether the stats are true or not. And then the global opportunities, guys. Once you have the skills, you can free to go and work in any um, place, right? Because we mostly nowadays dealing with all the I mean, you can just start contributing yourself to all over the world. Okay, and then impactful work. Of course, 84% of the cybersecurity professionals are satisfied with their jobs and feels they are making a difference, right? This is like kind of a domain where you are helping the organizations to secure them, right? So it really gonna give you that adrenal rush whenever you identified a critical issue and help them to mitigate it, because which is gonna save them a lot, right? So of course it's gonna also for you it's gonna give you the satisfaction. For companies also it helps them to reduce the risk, and you will definitely make a difference there, right? So this is about the career opportunities and benefits, guys. Okay, and now the thing is, okay, when you wanted to get into it, what skills are required for us? right? Of course, I wanted to get into this particular domain, right? So you can start with, or I mean, of course, the course is also designed in the same way. We can also help you to first learn about the some of the networking fundamentals. Okay, how the attacks will happen? Attacks will happen first through the network itself, right? Maybe the server is connected somewhere in the other continent, okay, with an IP address. An attacker will be sitting somewhere the other corner of the world. How we will be attacking? What's happening? How the connections are, uh, you know, going on? Okay, what kind of a, I mean, protocols we are using for communicating? Okay, so how the data packets are transmitting? So all the basics of the networking will be covered over here. Okay, we'll make you understand like what is OSI model, TCP/IP model, some of the basic protocols. Okay, what is IP address, IP classifications. Okay, what is MAC address, what is switch, hub, router. Okay, likewise, we are going to cover all the basics of the networking. Then we'll understand the operating systems, right? As a hacker, you should also have an understanding of the various operating systems, okay, especially with the Kali Linux operating system, because this is meant for security professionals like penetration testers or forensic people, right? It has all the required tools pre-installed in it. So we'll be using this Linux operating system as an attacker system, and we'll be targeting the other operating systems, or the like applications and all, network and all, right? So, and the basic programming and scripting. Okay, it is not mandatory, guys. Okay, I'm again stretching you over here, because whatever the tools that we are going to use in this course already available. Okay, so we are going to use those tools. Okay, but what happens is sometimes, maybe when you wanted to create your custom tool which works, maybe for, let's say, you wanted to automate something. Okay, so or when you wanted to get into, maybe like developing your own exploit, or doing some kind of an automation part, or creating some kind of an automated task to reduce the time. So that particular time, uh, you know the scripting is required to you. But here we are going to learn the basics of bash. Okay, I'll give you a couple of examples over here, but it is not mandatory. But down the line, maybe after a couple of years, okay, it's good to learn, guys, right? And they are technical skills, guys. Whatever we have discussed as of now, okay, these things are technical skills to get into it. And there are some of the soft skills and non-technical skills also required. Okay, which is analytical skills. Okay, like ability to think critically and solve the complex problems. Okay, you should have this out of the box mentality, right? Then only you will be able to identify the issues which are not or missed by a normal person, right? Attention to details, okay, keen observation skills to identify the subtle vulnerabilities, right? And communication skills, okay, strong written and verbal communication skills for reporting findings and collaborating with various teams. As a part of information security, we work with network team, managers, client, right? To you know to have the communication with them, of course, we should have a good communication skills, right? And also curiosity and continuous learning. So of course this subject is something different than the other subjects, right? So this is hacking, and most of the people are interested in, right? So like when you have this curiosity, easily I can say you will be able to learn and apply these skills, and adapt to them easily, right? And also continuous learning, because always there are one or the other new vulnerabilities, threats, coming up in the internet. So we have to learn and understand them. Okay, what's happening in a day to day. I think for this, if you subscribe to various news articles and some of the blogs, you will easily get to know. Even in LinkedIn, also many people will post about the latest security trends. Right? I think in recent times you might be heard about this Microsoft, cloud strike, blue screen of death, right? So that is also, I mean, like just basic things like Wasrix, the one which I've highlighted, right? So when you subscribe to it, you will automatically get the notification and you will be up to date, right? Yeah. So these are the some of the skills, guys, soft skills to get into it, right? And what kind of a lab setup is required, right? So this is another question. Okay, to continue, to start learning. Okay, as I said, we are going to create our own lab. Okay, I'll show you how the lab will look like. Okay, I have already set it up for myself. Okay, similarly, you can also go and set up your own lab and play with it. Okay, to start with, initially, the minimum system configuration is Intel i5 or above. Even if you have AMD Ryzen 5 or high, that is also fine. At least with 8 to 16 GB RAM, okay, and then 250 GB of NSSD. This is the minimum configuration, guys, to create your own lab inside your local host. Like I'm going to help you to create this lab, okay, with the help of the virtualization technology. So for that, this is the minimum configuration, guys, right? So someone may ask, I don't have this minimum configuration, so can I continue uh, learning, or what is the other alternative, right? No need to worry, guys. If you don't have your own labs, okay, if you don't have your own system, configuration, right? uh, so what you can do is, we have the online labs also, like from the Try Hack Me, Attack Defense. Okay, so I mean, you can just pay some, I think $10 per month to get the online lab as well. Okay, there you will be able to easily practice all the skills. Or else you can just go and register yourself in AWS or Azure, take a couple of instances and start using it from the browser itself. Right, so online labs also available, so no need to worry about it. So there also you can go and practice it. The only difference is here we have the full control. Whatever we wanted to do, we can do. There we have certain restrictions. So according to that, we have to deal with, right? So primary operating system. So I'm expecting you to have Windows 10 or 11. Okay. Uh, Ubuntu, if someone is using that, is fine. But as of now, okay, let's just limit ourselves to Windows 10 or 11. Okay, if someone is already using Ubuntu, that is fine. Okay, so on top of this Windows 10 or 11, we are going to install a virtual box, okay, which is a virtualization platform. Then we are going to install the various operating systems in it. It's like inside my local host, I'll be able to run various virtual systems. Okay, and then I'll be able to start, practicing them on that particular lab. Okay, this is how. This is what we are going to set up the lab and start playing with it. Okay, so as of now, whatever I have covered is just about the course. Okay, uh, like what is it, what kind of an opportunities we will have, okay, what skills are required to get into it, what kind of a lab that we are going to learn and all, right? So do you have any questions, guys?
Yeah, hi. This is Anil.
Yes, Anil.
Yeah, actually, I have the experience in programming knowledge. Programming, okay. I do have 10 plus years of experience in only respect to programming. I don't have any knowledge on the networking. I know the basic idea what is TCP and the ports and all, but I don't have much knowledge on this. So, is it suggestible for me to go on the cybersecurity? Whether I will uh, get the knowledge and can capable of working on cyber security or any, as you said, we need to know the much knowledge on the TCP networking, right? Is that a problem or I can go ahead to learn this?
Okay. So we need only basic knowledge to understand how the network will look like and how the connections happens. I hope you are already working on this area. I don't think so. You need to again, go in a detailed way to get this knowledge. It is enough. Okay.
Okay,
Hello.
because yeah, because this NTMS networking and firewalls load balancing, those and all also
No,
will
we are not
come into
touching
the
that.
picture. Okay.
No, no, we are not
So,
touching that.
okay, is that not a problem, right? To know
No, it
those
is not a
skills also,
problem. Yeah.
because those are part of the networking, right? That's why.
Yeah, they are part of the network. If you know what is
Yeah,
it, how it works, that is
yeah,
enough, because we are not going to configure it, or we are not going to work on it, right? We are there to evaluate them, whether they are properly configured, are they working as expected, or is there any vulnerability sitting on them, right? If those
okay,
devices itself is not secure, okay, which are like considered as a security devices and gateway devices, easily someone can bypass it and get into the uh, internal network, right? So here the main motive of this course is to identify the vulnerabilities and help the organizations to mitigate them or patch them before someone exploits it. Okay. So for that, if you
okay,
have basic knowledge of the network, that is fine. You don't need to learn how they work. I mean, how do we configure it and manage it?
yeah. And also, you'll cover those in the, as you explained
Exactly.
previously, you'll cover, right? Those things. Okay,
Yes, exactly. So I have added this as a prerequisite, as you have seen in the first part. I'll be covering the basic networking. Even if you don't know about anything in the network, I'll make you
yeah,
understand. I'll make you comfortable over there.
okay, yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah,
Yeah.
Hello.
I can also see a couple of questions in the chat. Let me respond to them. Okay. So Dasaradha, can you record this session? Okay, it's already recording. And Harth 440, can we use MacBook, Mac OS Ventura for this lab setup? Yes, you can use it. Okay. So it like for you, when you're doing virtualization, you have to do on top of the MacBook. Okay, you will be able to use it. Okay, any other questions, guys?
Yeah, Saiteja. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, a SOC analyst and VAPT engineer. What is the main difference?
Okay. See, in cybersecurity, we have the different domains. Okay, if I broadly categorize them, like first one is I can say SOC. Okay, so what the SOC people does is they monitor the real-time attacks. Let's say when somebody is attacking on your critical asset like servers, they will get the alert depending on the pattern. So you have to monitor those alerts and you have to respond to them. It's like monitoring job, I can say, when you're working in SOC. Okay, you will get the various alerts from the different assets in the
Which
organization, and
one
you
is
have to
better?
go and analyze
Which
them.
one?
Huh?
SOC analyst is better or VAPT is best? Which one is best?
So, in my point of view, a VAPT is better. It is not like I am teaching this course. Okay, I'll tell you an advantage and disadvantages. Okay, every domain is good. It is not like I am only concentrating and telling that VAPT is
Somebody
there.
is telling AI is coming, VAPT is jobs not available, future telling somebody. That's why I'm asking.
See, the threat is there for all the jobs. It is not only for VAPT. In SOC also, things can be automated. But I'll tell you, the good thing about the VAPT is right now, even we have some of the automated tools, which can help us to identify the vulnerabilities. But the thing is, the tools are not enough mature to understand, okay, whether it is really a vulnerability or not. Okay, if I wanted to highlight some of the examples to you, okay, or maybe if I highlight some of the stats to you. So only 45 to 50% of the vulnerabilities can be identified with the automated tools. Okay, the rest of the 55% of the vulnerabilities need to identified by the manual itself. The reason why is they are not enough mature to um, you know understand the real impact and understand and identify the business logic related vulnerabilities or maybe broken access control related vulnerabilities, right? So in such a cases, there is mandatory that uh, you know a human is required to validate them and to evaluate them. Okay. Yeah, guys, I can see a lot of questions in the uh, chat box. Did I answer your question? Hello, can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Okay, okay, cool, cool. Yeah. So there are a lot of questions which are
Yeah,
coming in the chat. Uh, hmm. So class timings, you can check with Harsha Institute. Okay, they are the right ones to answer related to uh, timings and then other information related to the course. And processor is must needed, sir. i5. Yeah, better to have i5 because you won't feel that lag. It won't get stuck anywhere. Okay. So okay. So there is another question from the Naveen regarding the opportunities for the freshers. Right. See, guys. So this is not a fresher course, to be frank. This is a professional course. Once you have the skills, directly you can do certain internships or projects, or you can get some certifications or do some CTFs and all. You can put it into your resume and you can project your skills to the interviewer. Okay, like I have done all the things which are equivalent to a 1 or 2 years experience people. uh, I think I am good to start with. Okay, you can start your career as a junior penetration tester, or you can directly start walking into the vulnerability assessor for initially, then move into the penetration testing area. Okay, there are opportunities for people who are having the right skills. Okay, yeah. And someone is asking, I'm non-IT background, how it helps me. So even if you're from the different domain also, okay, no problem, guys, right? Learn it. Okay, all the skills from the basic to advanced, concentrate it, spend more time. Okay, improve your knowledge in this area, then you will be able to get into it. Okay, I have a zero knowledge on the coding. Is it preferable to go ahead to learn cybersecurity? Yes, even I don't know coding, guys. Okay, to be frank, I know the basics of the coding, but I don't really write anything. I help the developers to do the secure coding. Okay, but now as the things are going into the shift left concept, Okay, so it's basic understanding of the Java is required after like maybe 7 to 8 years of experience, right? Initially, it is not required. All the tools are available in the Linux operating system. Okay, you just go and use them and understand the concepts and start with it, right? Uh, and Komala is asking, can you also explain this in Telugu? Yeah, I can explain this whenever you felt something is not clear. But this course is actually in English itself, right? Mm, you're a business analyst. How this course helps? Okay. Maybe like when you're dealing the business related to cybersecurity stuff. Okay. So yeah, of course you'll be able to speak confidently with the business leaders. And Rakesh, there is a question: is it mandatory to have the certification to get into job? What will the certification do you prefer? Right, the requirement. Formally, I should need a job before the end of this course. Can I expect the job placement support after the site? Okay, Rakesh, there are two things, right? First thing you learn and get all your skills. Okay, then you do the certifications, required certifications. Maybe you can start with some of the basic free certifications I can suggest you. There are like free certifications like from the Nessus, Qualis, um, or maybe if you like to go with one, like you can start with ethical hacking, okay, then web app security. Okay, so these are some of the certifications which directly helps you to land into this VAPT domain, but it is not mandatory to have the certifications. Okay, even there are many people who are working in this area without certification, just the knowledge, with the knowledge. Okay, because once you get into the organization, they might only sponsor you to do the certifications to you, right? It will create a good impression when you have the certifications. That is what the advantage. And they will also, like when you're working especially in the service based organizations, right? They wanted to sell your profile or tell you that we have this kind of certified people with us, who are going to work on your project, right? It creates a value over there, right? So it's good to have the certifications. Uh, yes, I want to know, will this course helps to clear CompTIA, CompTIA pen test place? Yes, it will help, guys. It is very similar to CompTIA, ethical hacking, and then penetration testing, right? So I think Pratyusha, I have also answered your question, right? Uh, regarding the certifications. Yeah, cybersecurity certifications are pretty expensive, to be frank. But initially, you do one certification, paid one. Okay. Then later part, of course, once you get into it, organization. I mean, you can reimburse all the money if you're working. Okay. Uh, okay. Last question from the Santosh is, okay. I think I have also answered this question to you, right? You're not from the IT background and you wanted to get into it. Okay. Yeah, guys, spend your time. Okay, make yourself comfortable, learn all these things, and start applying for the jobs, right? Yeah, I have answered all of your questions, guys. Hopefully, if I miss anything, you can highlight me.
Teja, I have one question actually.
Yeah.
Is it ethical hacking and no, the cybersecurity is same? If not, what is the differences? And do we need to require any certifications for these jobs?
Yeah. See, if I understand your question, you wanted to understand what is the difference between ethical hacking and this course.
Yeah,
Correct? Or did I
yeah,
miss?
yeah,
Okay.
it's same. If it is yes, I mean, if it is not same, or do we is it required to get a certification?
See, it is not mandatory. It's good to have. Okay. If I wanted to explain with an example, let's say there are 10 people. Okay. So out of that, let's say they wanted to hire someone. Okay, so they will obviously look for the certified people because they wanted to project your profiles to their clients when you're working in the service-based companies, saying that we have the certified people. And when you have the certification, really it creates some value, right? Okay, this guy would have done the certification, so he has the skills with him, right? So yeah, okay. In ethical hacking, you are going to learn all the tricks, techniques, uh, tactics, or procedures which are used by the hackers to get into the network. Okay, uh, like there you will develop the hacker mindset. Okay, once you complete this, of course you have to apply them in the penetration testing itself, right? So all the required topic from the ethical hacking has been added to this course, and we'll be directly applying into the penetration testing course, and you can start directly apply for the jobs for the PT itself. Okay, it's not like again you have to go and study the ethical hacking and then come to the pen testing. Okay, we have clubbed this all.
Okay, gotcha. And one more, VAPT is the within the cybersecurity, right?
Exactly, exactly, right? So in cybersecurity, okay, so we have these different domains, right? SOC, VAPT, forensic, and GRC. So one of the domain is VAPT.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Sai, I have one question. Sandeep this side.
Yes, Sandeep.
So, upon completion of the course, okay,
Hmm.
so how many years of experience that one can put in their profiles? And the second question is, for example, an individual is having some 5 years, 5 to 10 years of experience with some existing technology, okay, background, and want to switch the career to the cybersecurity. So, how we can actually cope up, this course, this entire course, and
Yeah.
packages was also if someone is having ranging between 20 and 30, how can we actually uh, grab that knowledge with this course?
Yes, Sandeep. Actually, it is a good question. So, so here after completion of this course, okay, you can directly, like, I mean, you will have a 2 to 3 years experience of, you know, you can compete with the 2 to 3 years of experience per person. Like, you can apply probably for a junior penetration and penetration tester. Okay, that is first thing. Okay, to answer your first question. Second thing, already you're working in different domain, and when you wanted to switch into the cybersecurity, right? So, uh, my suggestion for someone who is looking very similar to such type of a things is, once you complete this course, okay, see if you can able to move it internally for some time, or involve or contribute into this particular area. Okay, maybe let's say a 6 months or 1 year to just understand the process, okay, how it works in the real time. Of course, I'm going to tell you the real time examples also, but for you to get that confident, make yourself comfortable, just 6 months or 1 year, whatever you feel, just get into the same domain. Later part, once you're comfortable, you can directly keep your even previous experience also, or half of your previous experience also, depending on your knowledge, into the cybersecurity, and you can convert your profile into the security itself. And when it comes to salaries, okay, so like 3.5 to 5 lakhs per year, you can multiply it depending on the year of experience that you have. Okay,
Okay, Sai, thank you. Got your
yeah, yeah,
Hey Teja, this is Kiran. I just have a small question. So
yeah.
this each session is like slated for 1 hour every day, right? So will that be enough to cover the entire VAPT and whatever cybersecurity topics we have? And are there any
Yes.
other domains like where we can go and try to work out for better
Exactly.
understanding
So,
other
I got
resources
your point.
for.
I got your point. So here we are going to learn the concepts. Okay. After this course, you can spend 1 or 2 hours to practice it, and I'll also give you the assignments to you. Okay. I think Harsha Training has also provided you the Google Classroom link to you, where you
Yep.
will have the day-to-day assignments. Everyone has to go and upload your assignments over there. Okay.
Oh,
And I'll also give you some of the platforms where you can go and practice and enhance your skills.
okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you, Teju.
Yeah. So uh, I hope, do anyone have any other questions? Anuj, I think you have joined late. Let me also explain. Let me take up your question, right? So you are actually asking, is a coding required for this, right? It is not required. Okay, to explain this, it's a penetration testing job or vulnerability assessment, right? So for vulnerability assessment, we use the automated tools to get all the list of vulnerabilities from the network. For penetration testing, it is like testing. Okay, we use various security related test cases and tools to perform that on the network and application. So for testing, you don't need a coding knowledge. It's good to have. Yep. I hope I have taken up all your questions. If someone has anything, just let me know.
So we are covering the both offense and defense techniques in this course, or else only offense related only.
Yeah. So when you wanted to, beat a bad guy, right? You
Yes.
need to think like him, right? When you wanted to become an ethical hacker, first you need to understand how the hackers are actually getting into the system, how they are penetrating it, right? Then only you will be able to go and prevent it, right? So this
Okay.
course, you are going to learn, first offensive, then defensive, right? Because
Okay.
for you, the organizations will pay you when you identify and mitigate the issues. Okay. When you wanted to become a good penetration tester, you need to know how the attackers are coming, from the different ways, and how do we stop them, right? Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. So both we are covering. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the tenure of this course, side? This last question from my side.
40 sessions, 40 sessions, approximately 40 sessions. So, I mean, the number will be here and there. Okay. It is depending on the participants and depending on the phase that we are going on.
If you have any doubts in the lab practice sessions, so to whom to contact at that time, to you or else any backup for you?
Me only. I am only the point of contact for you.
Okay.
Cool. So today's session just was the introduction session to make you understand about the course structure, right? And the importance of it, the opportunities, skills required, okay, are the basic things, right? So from tomorrow we'll start with the first part. Okay, we'll learn about the prerequisites, right? We'll start with um, very very basics, right? What is VA? What is PT? What's the difference between them? Okay, then what is cybersecurity? What is information security? What we do there? Okay, how will be the work? Fundamental terminologies, lab setup, okay, like networking basics, Linux basics, okay. Then we'll slowly start with, okay. Uh, if I wanted to quickly give you 1 or 2 examples to, explain you how the lab setup will look like. So this is my local host. Inside my local host, I have created various virtual machines over here. Okay, so we'll be using this Kali Linux operating system as an attacker system, and we'll be attacking on Windows 10, 7, okay, um, or any other vulnerable machines like Game Over or Metasploitable 2 to understand, uh, to practice and understand in our local itself. Okay, once you're comfortable with the tools and techniques over here, then you can start directly applying it in the real time. Okay, this is like our own lab, guys, where we are going to set up various virtual machines, and we are going to start playing with them. Okay. Um, yep. Yeah, the rest of the things I'll take it tomorrow, guys. Okay. So tomorrow we'll start with the prerequisites part, then we'll continue this entire course. Okay. Yep. Yeah, guys, that's all from my side for today. I hope you liked it, and I have also answered all of your questions. Right? If you have any questions, you can just let me know. I'll take it up. Or else we'll wind up the session for today, and let's connect tomorrow and start learning about the basics of the VAPT.